July 14, 2025, Nigeria woke up to the news of two iconic losses. A former military ruler, General Muhammadu Buhari, and a traditional titan, Oba Sikiru Kayode Adetono, the Awujale of Ijebu land. Different in roles, yet united in spirit, values, and legacy. Their friendship defined boundaries. One ruled from the seat of military command, the other from the throne of ancient Ijebu royalty. Yet, what linked Muhammadu Buhari and Oba Adetono was far deeper: integrity, honesty, fearlessness, and an unshakable love for the people. In 1983, following Nigeria's military coup, Buhari became head of state at a time when monarchs feared political retaliation. History records that Buhari's military government offered unexpected protection for the outspoken Awujale. It was said that the coup saved him. Both men believed leadership was a call to serve and not a seat of privilege. They were known for saying it as it is. They challenged corruption, questioned power, and always put the people first. On July 14th, Nigeria lost two men and a generation of character. That they both died on the same day is no coincidence. It is symbolic. A crown and a uniform laid to rest, leaving behind a blueprint for service, sacrifice, and sincerity. Their story reminds us that power, whether inherited or earned, must be used to protect and not oppress. In the Awujale and Buhari, we saw two men who led from different ends, yet walked the same path. As Nigerian mourns, may their memory be a call to conscience, a reminder that history will always honor men who led not with fear, but with truth.
Now the only party, APC. I think we dey talk about APC. Now the only party, APC.
The excitement greeted the coming together of a rainbow coalition of Nigerian opposition politicians into the African Democratic Congress, ADC, may be short-lived, going by the sudden revelation of presidential ambition by some of the leading lights of the coalition. Rotimi Amaechi led the pack with his declaration for presidency, saying that he would use a single term of 4 years if considered by the party. Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, while discussing issues a few days ago, hinted at the presidency that it would fix Nigeria if given a chance in 2027.
Abinda muke so mu dawo da shi kuma batun matasa da mata niyyar mu ne mu tabbatar da cewa kusan kashi 70 ya zamanto mata da matasa. Amma kuma kam duk wani wanda ya ce wallahi zai yi sata ko zai yi corruption za mu yi fada da shi. Wallahi za mu yi. Ya isa haka. Kowane ƙasa tana cin gaba kan banda mu. Don mutane kalilan. Shi yasa ko da muka zo wajen interim leadership din nan muka zauna muka tabbatar da wanda za mu ba mutane ne waɗanda suke da kima, waɗanda suke da gaskiya da sauransu. So daga shugabancin jam'iyya za a nuna cewa shugabancin gwamnati ga yadda za ta zamanto.
With both Amaechi and Atiku Abubakar throwing their hat into the rings, the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the 2023 election, Mr. Peter Obi, did not wait a day longer to announce his presidential ambition. This he did while speaking during a one-on-one interview with Channels Television's Cheun Okimbaloye.
Cheun, I'm going to contest for the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and I believe I'm qualified for it.
Analysts and social media commentators have raised concerns over the manner that these three politicians have expressed their desire at the presidential shot. describing it as inimical to the potential progress that could have been made by the coalition that is flying the flag of African Democratic Congress, ADC. The ADC's primary intention is to remove President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from office in 2027. But whether this would be achieved or not is just a matter of time.
The Nigerian music industry has witnessed a significant shift in popularity and success over the years. Many artists who once dominated the airwaves and commanded large followings have seen their careers decline. Here are 10 Nigerian artists whose careers have gone down the drain. 1. Daddy Shoki. Daddy Shoki was a pioneer of the Agbaman style of music. His popularity peaked in the 1990s. On Africa News 24 TV, where we keep you updated on news and reports from across the world. I am Lydia Ajayi. Let's take the headlines first. Leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, NNAMDI Kanu, makes U-turn, stops plan to call witnesses as he makes no case submission. Residents of Oworonsoki stormed the Third Mainland Bridge, demand stoppage of demolition of their homes. One person killed, several others trapped in house building collapse. Let's get the crux of the bulletin, shall we? The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, NNAMDI Kanu, has made a no-case submission in his ongoing trial over terrorism allegation. Kanu made the submission today when he was expected to open his defense. The IPOB leader, who sacked his legal team a week ago, said he was ready to defend himself and had asked the court time to study the case file. At the resumed hearing, he said he had studied the file and realized that there is no valid charge against him. Kanu alleged he was subjected to unlawful trial. The trial judge, Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja, had adjourned the case to November the 4th, 5th and 6th for the adoption of the final written addresses. But before he adjourned, Justice Omotosho advised Kanu to consult experts in criminal law to get advice on the consequences of the option he chose. Still in the court matters, Nigeria's Federal High Court has begun a trial within a trial to determine whether confessional statements by suspects in the 2011 United Nations bombing in Abuja were made voluntarily or under duress. The attack, which killed more than 20 people and injured over 70, remains one of the deadliest assaults on an international organization in Nigeria. Counsel for the Department of State Services, Bello Abu, said interrogations were lawful and presented video evidence showing the suspects spoke freely, while defense lawyers argued the statements were coerced. Among those on trial is Khalid Al-Banawi, alleged mastermind of the bombing and suspected leader of the Ansaru faction. The court has approved the use of masked witnesses to protect identities during the proceedings. Moving on, residents of the Oworonsoki community in Lagos State today took to the foot of the third mainland bridge in protest. The protesters stormed the busy bridge to vent their disapproval of the demolition of their houses. Though the demonstration was short-lived, they claim it is to allow them to strategize on how best to show their frustration with the demolition of houses, which they claim has rendered many homeless. They accuse the Lagos State government of demolishing their homes without proper notice or compensation. While the protest has been postponed, the residents insist a new date will be announced, all geared towards calling the attention of the state government to their plight.
What is happening for Oworonsoki now, and it did happen. It's about 4 days ago, you say High Court give order that no more demolition. Yes. So suddenly now when I came this with money last night when I come around 9 to 10, why I did work for Papa, now they come and say, oh, I said, they work now. I say, they don't near my house. Like play. Now, when I came this morning, I see them. But it's very unfortunate. What is happening for Oworonsoki now, and it did happen. It's about 4 days ago, you say High Court give order that no more demolition. Yes. So suddenly now when I came this with money last night when I come around 9 to 10, why I did work for Papa, now they come and say, oh, I said, they work now. I say, they don't near my house. Like play. Now, when I came this morning, I see them. But it's very unfortunate.
Still in Lagos, one person has been confirmed dead while 26 others rescued after a two-story building collapsed at Coast Street, Oyingbo area of the state. The Permanent Secretary of the Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Olufemi Oke Osonyitolu, said the agency received a distress call around 12:11 a.m. and swiftly mobilized emergency teams to the scene. He confirmed that 21 victims have been taken to various hospitals for treatment, while rescue operations are still ongoing. Reports indicate the building had previously been marked as structurally distressed and occupants advised to vacate before it gave way around 12:20 a.m. today. Oke Osonyitolu said the site had been divided into 4 quadrants for strategic and safe rescue operations, using both light and heavy-duty equipment to reach ground zero. Meanwhile, the Minister of Works, David Umahi, has ordered the opening of the 280 billion naira BODO-BONNY road in Rivers State to traffic by the end of November, ahead of full completion in December during an inspection of the South-South Road project. Umahi said the 37.9-kilometer road handled by Julius Berger will feature solar lights, CCTV cameras, and tree planting for safety and beautification. He praised progress on the Element 1 section of the East-West Road, assuring steady funding for all NNPC-sponsored projects, and reaffirmed President Bola Tinubu's commitment to completing key infrastructure projects nationwide. Moving on, over 20 billion naira in contracts have been approved by the FCTA Executive Council to upgrade roads, health, water, and agriculture services. According to the Chief of Staff to the FCT Minister, residents can now expect faster emergency response, better access to government offices, and stronger support for local farmers. Our next story captures more.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration has ratified contracts worth more than 20 billion naira to improve infrastructure and services across the territory. Health Secretary Dr. Adedolapo Fashawe announced the delivery of 12 new ambulances, the first in nearly 9 years, which are expected to significantly reduce emergency response times.
In about 9 years, FCT will get 12 brand new ambulances. These ambulances are according to international standards and technical specifications.
FCT Chief of Staff Chidi Amadi said the council approved the construction of an alternative access road to the old Federal Secretariat in Durumi, along with resurfacing of the existing route to improve accessibility for ministries and agencies.
The FCT Executive Committee today approved the award of contract for the alternative access road to the old Federal Secretariat in Durumi, as well as resurfacing of the existing road.
Acting Executive Secretary of the FCDA, Richard Yunana Dauda, added that contracts for fertilizer and farm inputs were ratified to support local farmers and strengthen food security efforts.
The ESCO unanimously approved the ratification for the supply of fertilizer, NPK, urea and other input for the agriculture in our quest to put a smile to the farmers of FCT and to contribute to food security in the nation.
Other approvals include extending service contracts at the Jabi pump station and procurement of treatment chemicals for the lower Usuma Dam, ensuring uninterrupted water supply.
The FCT Executive Committee has approved the extension of service contracts for the operation and maintenance of Jabi pump station and servicing of associated sewer lines.
Officials say implementation will begin immediately, signaling a tangible improvement in infrastructure and service delivery for residents.
And now to politics. The EKITI State Governor Biodun Oyebanji has been confirmed the governorship candidate of the All Progressive Congress for the 2026 election. The confirmation came after a consensus affirmation exercise held in EKITI today. A total of 885 delegates from all 16 local government areas of the state endorsed Governor Oyebanji, clearing the way for him to seek a second term in office. The nomination congress was supervised by a 10-member committee led by Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo, with Edo State Governor Monday Okpebolo as Deputy Chairman and Honorable Taiwo Sumonu as Secretary. In another development, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board has approved the results of 85 underage candidates who passed its special screening for exceptional admission into tertiary institutions. In a statement by its head of media, Dr. Fabian Benjamin, JAMB said the candidates, all below 16 years, as of September 2025, were cleared after a rigorous multi-stage evaluation. Out of over 2 million UTME applicants, 41,027 sought consideration under the special category. The board added that candidates who scored 320 and above but failed to upload their O-level results now have 2 days to do so and notify JAMB through its ticketing platform. Benjamin explained that each case would be reviewed individually, emphasizing fairness and merit in all decisions. Nigeria is taking a bold step to modernize its education system with the launch of new tools to support the 2025 school curriculum. The initiative aims to make classrooms more practical, inclusive and aligned with 21st century skills, ensuring that students are better prepared for a rapidly changing world. The unveiling ceremony brought together educators, policymakers, and private sector partners, all focused on reshaping how children learn and how teachers teach.
Education stakeholders in Nigeria have unveiled tools to support the 2025 school curriculum, aiming to make classrooms more practical and aligned with 21st century skills. The launch brought together educators, policymakers, and private partners, all focused on transforming teaching and learning.
NNAMDI, founder of BMI Finishing School, said the success of the curriculum depends on building strong partnerships and promoting hands-on learning.
I believe that if we can train our children on hands-on skill, how to do it themselves, what it's going to do is just a shift. We're going to shift their mind and create a world in them that can interface with the world outside them and cause a global progress.
Stakeholders say effective collaboration between the public and private sector will determine how quickly the reforms are adopted nationwide.
First, we are happy some states are engaging. Second, we are saying they should also bring in BMI, or if they can do it on their own, they should go ahead to do a training of trainers.
Officials from the Federal Ministry of Education described the launch as a milestone, stressing the importance of equipping teachers and students with skills for a rapidly evolving world.
The unveiling of these educational tools is not merely symbolic, but a practical demonstration of our shared vision to transform teaching and learning across all levels.
Let's turn our attention to health. Experts and advocates in Abuja are stepping up campaigns for early detection of breast cancer, urging women to embrace regular screening and self-examination to curb rising fatalities linked to the disease. They say the initiative is part of renewed efforts to raise awareness and promote timely medical intervention as late diagnosis continues to threaten the survival chances of many women across Nigeria. We have more in this report.
Health advocates have called for increased awareness and regular screening as a means of tackling the rising cases of breast cancer in Nigeria. According to global health data, breast cancer remains the most common form of cancer among women, with over 2.3 million new cases and about 670,000 deaths recorded worldwide in 2022. As part of efforts to promote early detection, several organizations and advocacy groups on Monday staged a breast cancer awareness walk across major streets in Abuja. The campaign focused on encouraging women to conduct regular self-examinations and undergo periodic medical screenings. Executive Director of Communications, NOIPOS, Nelly Okuche, described breast cancer as a serious public health challenge, noting that many women are diagnosed only after the disease has advanced, drastically reducing survival chances.
The burden of breast cancer is pretty high. How it affects the family, how it affects the finances, how it affects everybody.
The Executive Director of the Center for Adolescent Health and Social Development, Dr. Fatima Odusote, and leaders of advocacy groups who spoke during the awareness walk said the initiative was aimed at reversing the trend of late diagnosis by empowering women with accurate information about the disease.
In Nigeria, we have a lot of cases of breast cancer in Nigeria. Unfortunately, most times it's detected late.
The advocate on and mostly stressed that early detection remains the surest way to improve recovery rates and reduce death from the disease. They urged women to perform monthly self-breast examinations and seek medical attention promptly when any changes are observed.
What we're doing is say, please be aware that there is breast cancer issues and it's a serious issue. Please go out and find out what your status is. Do regular checks. So this is not just for the women, it is for everybody.
The Nigerian Governor Spouses Forum has joined forces with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare to strengthen the fight against hepatitis B and C. The partnership aims to raise awareness, expand vaccination, and improve access to testing and treatment nationwide. We have more in our next report.
The National Summit by the Nigerian Governor Spouses Forum held at the Transcorp Hilton in Abuja brought together health experts, government officials, and development partners to explore strategies for reducing the spread of hepatitis disease. Speaking at the event, stakeholders highlighted the importance of awareness campaigns, vaccination drives, and making testing and treatment more accessible to Nigerians. Participants pledged ongoing collaboration to move Nigeria closer to being free from hepatitis, emphasizing a collective approach to protecting the health of all citizens.
Despite the availability of effective vaccines for hepatitis B and curative treatments for hepatitis C, many individuals remain undiagnosed and untreated due to various barriers, including stigma, lack of information, awareness, and sensitization.
How do we begin to orient our health system, mobilize the resources, and work across various levels of government, federal government, states, local government, private sector, to create solutions so that our population can be tested, can be catered, and expand the awareness so that we can prevent those diseases as well.
Now, when we return, we tell you how much the Central Bank of Nigeria released to the oil sector. That's in the business news. Don't go away. You're still watching the news on Africa News 24 TV. Moving on, the Central Bank of Nigeria has released $1.259 billion to oil sector operators for fuel imports between January and March 2025. Data shows that $457.83 million was disbursed in January, while $283.54 million in February and $517.55 million in March to support import transactions. However, the struggle for market share between the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and fuel importing marketers has intensified in recent months as both sides compete for dominance in Nigeria's downstream sector. Organizations such as the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria emphasize that pricing remains the decisive factor within profit margins, forcing them to opt for the lowest cost supply. Amid these dynamics, the estimated import price of premium motor spirit has fallen to 805.46 naira per litre, reflecting sustained global and currency pressures on Nigeria's downstream petroleum sector. Moving on, the Dangote Refinery has officially commenced work on expanding its facility, the Dangote Petroleum Refinery in Lagos, raising capacity from 650,000 barrels per day to 1.4 million barrels per day. Aliko Dangote, who made the announcement at a Lagos press briefing, said the expansion would make the refinery the largest in the world, surpassing the Jamnagar refinery in India. The expansion is set to be completed within 3 years, with the refinery planning to boost power generation from 500 megawatts to 1,000 megawatts and increase production from 900,000 to 2.4 million metric tons annually. The company also revealed that about 65,000 construction jobs would be created, with more than 85% of workers expected to be Nigerians. He called on other license holders to participate in the drive to make Nigeria the continent's refining hub. On the foreign scene, Malawi's President Lazarus Chakwera has declared a state of disaster as severe hunger threatens millions across the country. The announcement follows reports that more than 1/5 of Malawi's population is facing acute food shortages after months of drought and poor harvest. Officials say erratic rainfall linked to climate change has devastated crop production, especially in rural areas. President Chakwera says the move is to mobilize urgent local and international support to tackle what he calls a growing humanitarian crisis. Relief agencies, however, warn that unless swift action is taken, the situation could worsen, leading to increased hunger and malnutrition in the coming months. The Malian government has ordered the closure of all schools and universities for 2 weeks due to a severe fuel shortage caused by a blockade imposed by armed fighters. Education Minister Amadou Sai-Saven said the shutdown, effective until November 9, was necessary as the fuel scarcity has made it difficult for teachers and students to travel. The crisis began in September when the armed group Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin targeted fuel tankers and supply routes into Mali from neighboring countries, including Senegal and Ivory Coast. Analysts warn that the blockade reflects a growing trend of armed groups using economic disruption to weaken government authority and destabilize communities. The fuel shortage adds to Mali's ongoing security and economic challenges under the current military government. We have more reports on sports. Imole Johnson is standing by. Hello, Imole.
Thank you, Lydia. Welcome to Sports. Nigerian sprinter Olaolu Olatunde has been awarded the prestigious 2025 Most Valuable Athlete title at Harding University, recognizing his record-breaking performances during the season. Olaolu Olatunde shattered school's record in both the 100-meter and 200-meter events, recording times of 10.14 seconds and 20.65 seconds respectively. His achievements propelled him into the NCAA Division II ranking list and spotted his rapid rise in collegiate athletics. Hailing from Ikeja, Nigeria, Olatunde's standout campaign not only cemented his status at Harding but also raised expectations for his future on the global sprint stage. Congratulations to him. Boxing fans were treated with highly charged atmosphere at the Lagos Boxing Hall of Fame Championship held at Agege as young boxers took part in contributing to the return of the event and the revival of grassroots boxing in the state. The one-day event featured a total of 10 fights with boxers from different clubs displaying their talent. The event is part of a revitalized monthly competition format organized by the Lagos Boxing Hall of Fame to spotlight talents from Lagos State 5 administrative divisions, which are the Lagos Island, Badagry, Ikorodu, Lagos Mainland, and Ekpe. The athlete who stood out was Fawaz Sharafdin. He belongs to the Star Boxing Club and he was the only boxer on that day to end bout with a technical knockout on Olamilekan Badiru of Lion Star BC. Other winners were Bolarinwa Michael, Latid Kundus, Samuel Talabi, and Adeyemi Adebayo. According to the organizers, the tournament will now take place monthly in order to promote amateur boxing and develop new champions throughout Lagos. The revived tournament aims to serve as a pathway for amateur boxers to gain visibility and progress toward more significant championships. That's all in sports. Christiana Chikezie would be our guide in the world of entertainment. Over to you, Christiana.
and welcome to the entertainment segment. Nollywood actress Regina Daniels and her husband, Senator Ned Nwoko, have addressed public reactions following the unveiling of Regina's new Lagos mansion and discussions about the senator's polygamous lifestyle. Regina shared photos of the home over the weekend, describing it as a personal milestone for her and her family. The post coincided with social media speculation about the state of their marriage after a video suggesting tension in the household circulated online. Senator Ned Nwoko defended his choice to have multiple wives and dismissed claims of domestic tension, emphasizing that he prioritizes peace in the home and the well-being of his children. Their statements have sparked online discussions on culture, personal choice, and the pressures of public life. On our next story, Wizkid's 14-year-old son, Boluwatife Balogun, is attracting attention online after sharing a preview of his debut rap single titled Champion Montana. The teenager posted a short clip of the song on Instagram, showcasing a confident delivery and rhythmic flow. Produced by I Am Hosanna, the track features a grime-inspired beat and highlights Boluwatife's ambition to carve out his path in music. The snippet has gone viral on X, formerly Twitter, drawing reactions from fans and entertainment figures alike. Notably, rapper Olamide and other industry personalities responded positively, praising Boluwatife's confidence and potential. While many admire his early start and composure, some have pointed out the unique challenges of growing up as a child of a global superstar. But despite this, Boluwatife appears focused on building his own identity in the industry, with Champion Montana expected to mark the start of what could be a promising music career. That's the much we can take in entertainment. Over to you, Lydia, for the rest of the news bulletin.
Thank you, Christiana. It's a wrap on this bulletin. Thank you for your time. Please follow us for more on this report and for updates. You can also follow us on all our social media platforms, as well as you can also get more on our website an24.net. Good evening.